Okay, so Whipple Beans. I found these in 1999. I lived with Lee and Dana Whipple of Yoncalla, Oregon, and I found these in the back of a seed drawer at their farm. Lee Whipple had just passed away the year before, so I went to the farm to take care of Mrs. Whipple. And their farm, Mrs. Whipple was in her 80s. They'd retired from a large co-op outside of Chicago to Oregon to homestead. And I asked Mrs. Whipple if she knew what the name of these beans were, and she said no, but it's a really well-adapted dry bean for the Willamette Valley, a bush bean, and very prolific. So I grew them out, and I started calling them Whipple Beans. And one year I planted the last of these beans, and the deer ate all my plants, and I thought I lost them. But because I had been sharing them at seed swaps for so many years, I went to a seed swap at LCC, and I found a huge bag of these that said Whipple Beans, and I was ecstatic that I had found my beans. And I knew it was the beans that I had had before because I gave them the name Whipple after the Whipples, Lee and Dana. And Mr. Whipple had marched with Martin Luther King outside of Chicago. He was a minister. And that year lots of people came to visit the farm and Mrs. Whipple, because it was her last year at the farm, and it was a biodynamic farm, and so it just shows the power of trading seeds and saving seeds. And so now I'm growing 220-foot rows of these seeds this year, which I'll get about 2.5 gallons per row, and they're delicious.